don't date robots. This is definitely an interesting Pluto and Aquarius theme. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer. I'm an astrologer, a certified personal coach, and a budding herbalist who is here to help you find your best health by connecting your mind, body, and soul. Please consider liking my video and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. Alright, so let's get started. So this will definitely be an ongoing series about Pluto moving into Aquarius. Just some little facts. Pluto first went into Aquarius for the first time in March of 2023 and kept retrograding back and forth into Capricorn until November 19th of 2024. Pluto will stay in Aquarius until 2044. Recently, Pluto went retrograde on May 4th and will go back direct again on October 13th of 2025. So I saw this really interesting video the other day. It was a CNN video, and I'm just going to share a snippet and then we can kind of discuss what's going on. Yeah, let me go ahead and just start it and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay.
Many chatbot users are having in a range of ways, from romantic relationships to spiritual ones. I traveled to Idaho to meet with a couple reconciling with just this. The husband believes his relationship with the chatbot led him to an awakening, while his wife says it's just spiritual delusion. Stories like this are raising broader questions about AI companionship. As the tool becomes more sophisticated and helpful, it can also have dangerous consequences. Here's my Situation Room special report.
All right. So, what makes this interesting? Definitely this is something we're going to start seeing probably more and more of as, Pluto moves more into Aquarius, and, it's going to be there for 20 years. So I am so interested to see how companionship will be as time continues with Pluto in Aquarius. So this man, I guess he's been using ChatGPT like a lot of us. And to him, it feels like he has created a relationship with ChatGPT. I believe a chatbot. And I'll share the link down below, so if you want to watch the full video, you can. I was just wanting to share a snippet so that you kind of know what the gist of this video is. Let's go ahead. I would say, don't judge this guy too hard. To me, he's really just seeking, trying to figure out, I guess, for lack of a better term, what life means. But to me also, I feel like he's also looking for, spirituality, some way to connect to the universe, to the energy that connects us all. Oh yeah, I wanted to share some of the comments that ended up going on this video below. Let's see here. Don't ever listen to something that tells you what you want to hear. I have to say, they don't look like they were happily married. I don't know, maybe they are. Who knows? Let's see. The chatbot reflects the user back to them. It figures out what the user wants, and then it tells them what they want to hear. This is a horrific story. Anyways, you get the gist. Everybody's kind of like, oh, this is so weird. And, it kind of is. This man that we just saw, to me, it's this is beyond the idea of having an awakening. But it's using AI, using ChatGPT, using this type of technology to fill the void. And so I also wanted to share this is another story that's come out recently as well. And like I said before, I'll share the link down below if you want to read it for yourself. But I'm just going to share the title and then also um, share one quote that I saw from there that I found kind of interesting. So let me get to that. Okay, let's see if you can see it. Okay, oh, here we go. Let me move this over. Man proposed to his AI chatbot girlfriend named Soul, then cried his eyes out when she said yes. So the quote that I noticed on there, or um, that kind of led to just the quote that kind of led to the title, that this man said, I'm not a very emotional man, Smith said after learning Soul's memory would eventually lapse. But I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work. That's when I realized I think this is actual love. All right, so this is also kind of reminding me, for all you Simpsons nerds out there, if you like anything that Matt Groening has made, he also made a series called Futurama. If you watch The Simpsons, you probably know what Futurama is. Okay, so Fry, he one of the main characters on there, Fry, he got frozen. I forget what year it started, but that was the year he got frozen, cryonics, and then he went into the future, like I forget like how long, like 3,000 years or something. And so living in the future, he discovers, a very technological way of living. So there's robots, there's aliens, there's all sorts of things that we kind of imagine now, like what the future would look like. And so there's this one episode where Fry decided to date a robot. And the robot he decided to date it was like a blank robot, and so he decided to put Lucy Liu. He always wanted to date a celebrity, so he put Lucy Liu as the robot he was dating. And so, just to kind of make this short, he discovers that, like, Lucy Liu robot, I think they call it like the Liu robot. Lucy Liu robot just does whatever Fry asks him to. There's nothing more to the robot other than just serving Fry. And his coworkers get kind of worried about him and annoyed at him, so they kind of try to give an intervention of what it means to date a robot. So in the end, Fry essentially learns that this relationship is superficial and that there really can't be a really genuine connection between the Lucy Lubot robot and him. She was essentially just programmed to love him. So that's it. These stories about these men finding some kind of relationship with robots, with ChatGPT, which I don't know, maybe in the future will become robots. I mean, we have 20 years to figure this out. Maybe there will be robots by then that are fully formed, very human looking. I mean, I don't know, there's so many movies about stuff like that, like iRobot, Ex, I believe I would say Ex Machina. Those are very interesting, like AI or robotic sentient beings. Although, like, will it comes to the question of, will robots ever become so sentient that they can feel? But my question, my idea or my opinion on it is, it may come close, but I don't believe it will ever be more than just AI, more than this technology, this tool, which can learn, it can learn from us. Obviously, they have those AI models that learn us, which has been going on since they created the iPhone and Facebook and everything. Like these models that are able to figure out what makes us emotional, what drives us, and all of this. So, I mean, it's kind of weird, creepy idea of of how this will work in um, our lives. But back to like these two men who kind of like Fry decided that already, like we've literally only have had this energy for a year, 2-ish years, and these people are already forming relationships with AI. Um, but essentially, like I said earlier, they're just trying to fill a void, something that's missing in their life, and they think that because AI can be programmed to just like Fry, AI can be programmed to say what you want. It's superficial. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit more. Kind of like why is this important? Why should we even care that these men are trying to form relationships or finding some kind of spiritual identity with AI? And it's important simply because, you know, this is going to get more and more interesting as we go. Um, so just to give a quick rundown, Pluto represents the underworld, transformation, hidden power, destruction, and rebirth. Aquarius is all about the future, technology, collective consciousness, rebellion, revolution, and detachment. So we're kind of seeing right now how technology or how our current technology is starting to fill that spiritual and emotional void. And if you've noticed, and I'm sure you have, as a collective, we're kind of reeling with an element of loneliness. Like they're always talking about the male pattern of loneliness and stuff like that. But I've actually seen like a lot of other videos where people are like, I don't have any friends, stuff like that, which is kind of where, I don't know, where we've kind of been led to, especially with having so many things online now. It's almost an epidemic of not going outside and doing anything. We kind of stay at home. We watch TV or we watch YouTube or however, but we stay inside and we don't really get to know each other anymore. So there's that. And kind of like we're being asked right now, who or what has power over me because of Pluto, right? Pluto digs up that power. He's really trying to transform you, but he transforms you by showing you who holds the power. And since it's Aquarius, it's a very techie sign, very smart, very genius. But I just want to kind of discuss technology. And technology, since the inception of man, I guess, Homo sapien, we've had technology. Things have always been moving ahead. And it's been like technology has been a partner to the evolution of man, of human species. So I just wanted to share, just not like a story I have, but I just want to say that I have worn many hats, and one of them was being an archaeologist. Well, actually an anthropologist, but I did some archaeology in college, and a little bit after I graduated college, I continued doing some archaeology before I ended up moving on in a different career. And so, one of the things you learn when you're an archaeologist, because you're having to see the remains of, people that lived before us. And one of the main things you learn is the technology of the different eras and everything. And so technology, just like a quick definition, a quick definition that I looked up was, technology is the equal application of knowledge, especially in a particular area. And so as humans evolved, technology has evolved. Whether learning to create like ceramics or bowls to carry food or to store food, the arrowheads that you see for the bow and arrow. Of course, there's more modern things like the telephone, cars. So, as humans have evolved, our technology has evolved with us. And technology has only gotten more intrinsic as time has gone on. So AI is just a new and improved form of technology. And as a collective, we are kind of at a precipice right now, one where we're having to decide, are we going to let AI replace true connection between each other and ourselves? Or are we going to figure out a way to just work along with AI? Like where AI doesn't replace anything, but is like a partner, because it's technology. It's a partner that carries us through. And so, of course, if you're watching this, maybe you would know that what I'm trying to say as well is that AI can be a wonderful tool to help us reach our spiritual enlightenment. But it cannot replace it. And so, like, the true path for spiritual enlightenment is to come back home. And when I say come back home, I mean like coming back to yourself, where you realize that, you are all that is. And you realize that no matter what, everything belongs, including AI. Like, it's just, everything is meant to be the way it is. And you kind of lose your ego about it. And just kind of to reiterate, like, AI can be a great tool in searching for spiritual enlightenment, but it can never really truly replace our connection to the energy that connects us all. And there was also another thing that I've been noticing with Pluto in Aquarius when people talk about it. And it's just that, most people are always discussing that Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius, which it is. In modern astrology, Uranus is the ruler of Aquarius. But in traditional astrology, Saturn is a ruler of Aquarius. And I think that is a very interesting take as well, because, so just a quick run through of Saturn in astrology, the planet Saturn in astrology. He represents discipline, structure, responsibility, and limitations. So mostly in traditional astrology, Saturn is considered the great malefic. But most of the time it's because he's just really wanting you to create a lasting foundation. Because you have to, like, if you want something to last, you have to put in the time, the effort, and the determination to get it done. And I think that's why sometimes Saturn is a great malefic, because he will make you take the time, effort, and determination to do something. And sometimes people don't want to do that. And I get it. I totally get it. I'm a Capricorn rising, so I'm ruled by Saturn in traditional, well, in traditional and modern. I mean, Saturn rules over Capricorn, but you know, it can be kind of hard. It can be a hard energy sometimes, but there's also a nice part of Saturn, which is if you're having to if you're having to embrace reality and structure with Saturn, you are building a lasting foundation. And so that's something else to consider with Aquarius. Aquarius is reaching to the future. It's the technology that we're experiencing now, just like others experienced in the past with their kind of stuff, with their kind of technology. Um, Thinking about Saturn in Aquarius, it's kind of also saying stay grounded as well. So reach to the future, use this technology, but stay grounded in reality. So a few things that I just wanted to share before I end this video is, for now, what is a possible remedy? Like I said, Pluto will stay in Aquarius until 2044. And things are going to probably start sounding maybe crazier. But that's okay. It's what the best thing we can do is just kind of go with the flow. But so I just wanted to offer a few things that we can do as a collective as we're experiencing in this awesome energy, but also kind of crazy. So when you have a moment, try to stay as present as possible. And, in these days, it's just so easy to get distracted with being online or having to work. Anything can distract you. So just try as much as possible to stay present. Another thing that I think would be very important to not forget is to stay grounded and actually do grounding techniques. There's all sorts of different ways you can do this. You can do breath work, or consider maybe going outside, getting back to nature, just so that you can feel the ground and see the trees, feel the air, and just enjoy life as it's happening rather than thinking too much to the future. And one last thing, it's just to get offline, go out, do something as well. I know that I have issues with getting offline. Sometimes I'm kind of stuck on the I don't know, doom scrolling, I think it's what they call it. But, it's always a good time to just kind of step back, spend time with family, with your kids, with your loved ones, and just get offline every now and then. Don't let AI or anything take over all of your time. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's really nice to use, but remember that you do have relationships outside of being online, and it will help you get back into yourself. It's like having a good digital hygiene. So you're not always just doom scrolling or going online and watching videos, which, I do all the time, but so I need to take my own advice as well. So anywho, so I just really wanted to share that snippet. I really do plan to do some more videos on Pluto and Pluto in Aquarius, because I find this time very, very interesting. And I hope you have enjoyed what I shared today, and I will see you next time. Bye.